Yeah,
Is it fun?
it is fun.
Yeah.
Have you played?
No, I played tennis.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Okay,
We just put.
good to go.
Okay.
Sorry for the delay.
You know. but you
All right.
Such a combination.
You pickleballers are done here. We're ready to call this meeting to order.
Yeah.
Ready to adopt our agenda
Make motion
for tonight.
agenda.
Oh,
It's been moved and seconded by Dave.
Yep.
That we adopt today's agenda. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Consent items, so
That's all I have.
approval of the minutes from 5:28 and 6:04.
Make motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded. We approve the minutes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None? Approved. Call reviews and report. What page are we on for that?
The colorful one, or you just have your finger on it right now. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
About five, I'd say.
All right, everybody, it was another decent month, 90 calls to service for the month.
Wait a minute, did we already do that this month? Who's there? Oh, that last.
No,
yeah, that
so-
was just board, that was just negotiation meeting.
Did you guys vote to approve the minutes?
Yeah,
Yeah,
They
we
did for both dates?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying, it seems like.
It was-
That's why I have to
the last
check.
meeting was an emergency meeting for the hiring.
Yeah, so
Oh.
the actual full meeting,
But there was a meeting,
Oh, okay.
technically.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah, we didn't do this piece of that.
But we didn't do the calls. Okay. All right, sorry, go ahead.
No, so the big part there is 90 calls. We were year to date at the end of May at full 44, which we've probably already done another 80 calls in June, so it's been pretty busy month already. So we are staying busy. Some of the things that, we really have going on right now is that Amazon had donated 2 houses to us, one on Strawberry, one on, there he is. One on,
To burn down, I hope, right?
no,
No, practice?
just to practice. So we've been doing a lot of, vent enter search drills, which means, we're smoking the houses up, making entry into them, doing rescue scenarios. We're also been doing some practice with our demolition saws, our K12. We have a gas powered K12 and then we have a little battery powered one. So, we're putting those through those paces because those repetitions help our folks, because those aren't skills that we practice very often. What it's like to actually cut a garage door. So those are all pretty. And then they were doing some bailout drills again. The next set of those is on Friday, and then all the shifts will be concluded there.
What's a bailout drill?
I have to get out of a house quick. This is how to do it.
It's coming out of the window head first down a ladder and then flipping around and
Yeah.
hanging out of a window and
So
dropping down.
as a fireman, you're like pretty much diving out of a window and catching the ladder on the way down.
And then
Yeah.
flipping around and sliding down.
Put your feet on each side.
Sound like some internet stuff right there.
Put your feet on each side of it.
Yeah.
Slide down.
Yeah.
That's what you do on a ladder, guy that did in tennis. We were going up, he says, this thing starts to fall. He says, just put your feet on the side and slide down.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly it.
I'd never heard that before, but that made sense at the time. I was scared.
443 training hours. So we are doing a lot of that. The big thing is that, we just concluded some aerial certifications, which are pretty huge. It makes us more efficient since the ladder truck doesn't respond to a lot of calls, though that practice time isn't there. So we send them through that certification, and then we have a continuing ed piece that we're going to start adding on to in July. I think the end of July, I'm teaching some class. All 3 shifts. So, the training division again is putting in a lot of work. Calls by areas, 50 to Olive Township, 21 to Hudson, and then 15 to the town, 1 at Bow Road. Construction inspections are up. I know the construction inspections have been trying to work with Zach to make sure, because a building can really be inspected like 1,000 times, and that's not. I know that sounds, exaggeratory, but
It does.
it's not. It's literally each building Do you remember that exact number he gave you? On the drawing that was on the board?
Oh. Yeah, it was like 1,500.
Yeah.
Not more.
The one building was inspected 1,500 times, you're saying?
Right,
Each zone has multiple inspections, and you have.
And then-
On top of that.
And even before they start that, there's plan reviews and all that stuff that you do with paper.
Well, you do the math, if there's 30 buildings out there,
yeah, that's just,
that's a lot.
and so that doesn't, that 16 doesn't tell a good story of what's really going on, but again, I don't want it to look like. We have to find a happy medium on how to present that to the board, so we are working on that. The one thing that we're a little disappointed with is smoke alarm install. We're gonna do another social media blitz. Because people don't take advantage of that program. And it's such a valuable program. And it's not an unlimited resource, but we have a lot of resources to be able to help the community. And so social media may be one way to get that out there. When hometown days coming up, we also do a kind of a drive at that point.
And that's sponsored by somebody?
Red Cross.
Red Cross
Yep.
gives us the
Yep.
alarms, we just have to put them in.
Yep,
How much take you to put one in?
not very.
Depends on how many.
Yeah, I mean, they got a vaulted seal. It can get pretty complicated. Chad and I were in Wintergreen Meadows
Oh,
Year
yeah,
two.
it was-
trying to change one, and I'm like hooked into the ladder in a vaulted ceiling trying to do this, and Yeah.
There's your aerial training.
there it is.
Maybe stick the link.
Yeah,
More like acrobat.
yeah. I was ready to join the circus after that, so, those things are going on. We did some CPR, Jerry, that class was in June, so that didn't get annotated there, but
Say, I'm a
I know.
zero. It's out there.
fire extinguisher
Your next
training,
They're next.
is also upticked a little bit. And then the last piece is, hydrant, flow testing. We've not started that piece yet. I know the town is going around doing their annual flushing. Between hose testing, and all that, we've just not been able to get out quite yet and get the flow testing. And we don't have to flow test them all. There's only
It's a percentage.
just a percentage, so
Oh.
that'll be ongoing.
Super nice. They
The-
did
the
flow
la-
testing
The last thing really,
for the flush.
we started in May and we'll finish by Monday, is we are currently applying for 2 grants with the federal government. The AFG grant, which is Assistance to Firefighter Grant. We're doing a micro grant. Bob, you'll appreciate this.
74,745.
We're applying for a micro grant, which increases your odds exponentially. It's $75,000, and if you haven't received a grant in the last 3 years. But you'll appreciate this because one of the things that are high on their funding list that they're likely to fund are replacement of old equipment. So Chad started with the hoses. The oldest hose was 1981. It's still in
That's
service.
the oldest piece of hose, yeah, is 44 years old.
Yeah. So it needs to be replaced. There are some safety considerations, but a section of the 5-inch hose is $1,000. So it's not like something that, so if we can get this grant, fire hose, thermal imagers, gas detection, couple sets of gear, what else?
Fit tester.
Fit tester, so annually, your mask has to be fitted to your face and it goes through a breathing test to make sure there's no leaks or anything, so
Hopefully gloves and boots.
gloves and boots.
Take a look
Those
at the work
hoses
there.
do have rubber on the inside, right?
Mhm.
And it hasn't dry rotted
No.
or cracked.
So they do
Since
get
81.
tested,
They get-
well, they may,
They're
but
taken care of.
Well, yeah.
the thing is that we do test them annually, but the testing requirements is you take it to 200,
300.
300 PSI for how many minutes? 3 minutes. And then we're really just looking for expansions and leaks. So we really don't know what's going on in the middle of the hose. We know it's not leaking, but it could be dry rotted and
But
just,
for perspective, recommended lifespan is 10 to 15 years.
So you just cap the one in and hook up the pressure on the other and just hit it up to 300?
yeah, we have a little hose testing machine that has an inlet of the water and then there's an electric motor that gets it to pressure and then you shut that valve.
So you mentioned grants there, so I just had a thought. Shouldn't we have a central place, Carl, I'm thinking Carl.
Mm.
That when Amazon or any of the other manufacturers out there donate something, that we know, like someone says, hey, you know, what have they done for us? And then like, I didn't know that they gave, you know, the library something, or they gave the school this, or they gave the fire department that, or they gave the town this, or the police department that. I mean, didn't what you call it there, give us a drone for like 15,000?
Omnisource, yeah.
Yeah, see, nobody knows that. Maybe we might at least keep track of it, and so at least as the town and leaders and things, we can at least say, well, wait a minute now, they're not just all taken, they gave us this, that, and the other.
They're pretty
Would that-
recognized. I mean, you guys are pretty good on your Facebook page
Yeah.
about
I'm
recognizing,
just saying,
you know,
I don't know, and people ask me stuff like that,
got you.
you know, and I probably should.
Well, currently, as soon as Amazon gives us something, I'll be
Yeah.
happy to share that with you.
Yeah.
We think that they're gonna give us radios. We think that that purchase order has been signed.
Well, that's a concession
Well,
for their,
yeah,
So what are they giving you,
Bill-
radios, you think?
$1.2 million in radio upgrades.
Okay, well, that's,
But it was concession, right? So they were putting radio systems in their buildings. And they couldn't meet their timelines to get it done. So they asked us if they could back out of it, and we're like, no, you can't back out of it. But this is an option. You could equip us with new radios with mobile repeaters. And that would save them, I think their total cost for the other project was 3.5 and this is 1.2. So we saved them a substantial amount of money, but it upgrades our capability. And that's how we said, listen, you're not just helping Amazon, you're helping the fire department, you're gonna help Iron Tech Iron Coat, you're gonna help us, you're gonna help the library when we're in town and those radios start losing signal because now we have the ability to turn on that mobile repeater and use it, so.
Yeah.
And the police radios will be able to, if we're there, they'll be able to connect to them.
all right, well, anything you get, report to Carl on that, if you.
Got it.
If you get donations out, you know, the library maybe,
Huh?
but
Honestly, if we had some kind,
what are you, Jen, you're, New Carlisle Historic,
Discover New Carlisle.
Discover New Carlisle,
Mhm.
if you get anything,
Yeah, they give us stuff.
stuff you get.
Yeah, they help with.
Yeah,
Well,
Christmas and-
Carl's with that, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
He knows, that's
He's the
why I picked
VP.
Carl.
he's
Yeah.
the VP.
That I still am that.
Yeah.
Carl, you don't mind I just throw stuff like that at you?
No, it's what I
That's what you do. It's the dream. Okay. Well, if you get anything from the township. Good. You get anything from the town? I will, township. Remind
How
me.
would you like this
I'll let
document?
you know.
Just send it,
from the.
just text Carl,
Oh.
or you text me, I'll text Carl.
we should have a repository of everything given to us.
Yeah, I guess so.
Wouldn't need much room.
Someone's got it.
Yeah. Then we would have a record of
That's what I
it,
was gonna
so
say.
beat down their critics a little bit sometime, maybe with facts.
Facts.
I've tried to talk to people and they just don't want to hear it.
No.
What do you mean they're doing? Well, yeah, they do some good. Check our local businesses. I mean, I've never seen Joe's at
Joe
lunch.
sells a lot of lunch.
He sells a lot of chicken nuggets, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, that's
All
all I have for that.
Okay, for that part. All righty. Ms. Miller, are you here to bring something up or just check on Will or why are we?
Yeah, I
here?
just wanted to come and bring some estrogen to the room, you know.
Yeah, Marcy's not here.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, testosterone. Oh, it's testosterone
Yeah.
flowing deep in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys.
Yeah,
Uh,
so,
Okay, about the craft show, your update,
yes,
what do you got?
so, went back, to the board, reached out to Amazon, 3 times. I was persistent every week, reached out to Amy and Caitlin. I finally did hear back from them 2 days ago, and they want to do a Zoom next week, but here's the thing is that further discussion with Discover New Carlisle, and there's some good points brought up is that, what do we do about the snow? If you guys remember last year, we got dumped on. And so if we put a large tent up and it's already snowed, then we're looking at safety issues with removal of snow, ice, most of the vendors do not want to be outside. They're specific with, we don't want to be by the door. It's too cold out there. So even if we encapsulate the tent, putting the sides on it, putting heaters, we're still looking at issues with falls. So the tent is not a no from Amy. When I talked to her, I just spoke with her 2 days ago. She said, well, that's a big tent and how much is that, right? All of those things that they'll have.
How
to
much
look
is it?
into. Well, it looks like $15,000 to rent it.
Couple days.
Mhm.
I knew they were salty.
Yeah,
We need an elephant to put it up too.
Just curious, what's the buy price?
$40,000.
what's the what?
To buy
The
one.
purchase price.
I don't know.
I'm
If we
big
just
into
bought it, yeah. Well, that's what, but still then we have the same issue with what if it snowed prior? So I am gonna meet with her on Thursday and maybe they'll just volunteer to build something. That's what I'm hoping. I'm just kidding, but maybe it would be nice to say, could you build something? Or can we think about that in the future?
Sure.
Or could we purchase a tent? Yeah, type of thing. So, that's what I wanted to come in for today. So with that said, then we also discussed, well, what do the firemen do during that day? Are there places for the fire trucks to go? Could we, even though it's inconvenient for you guys, could we put them in a place, in places in town possibly during the day so that they could stay running, stay warm, all of that. So Carl has suggested a few places and I think, did you chat with John about it too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just say, how many trucks do we have here first that you'd have to, that would have water?
Anything that has,
It's just the one with water in them, right? That they all do,
well, except for the ambulances, but
so.
Well,
And
the
the
ambulances still need to be temperature controlled though,
They have to be running also.
running or temperature controlled.
Okay,
yeah.
just that building.
So, and then, how many square feet are we talking roughly then is our bays?
oh, you're asking me for square footage, Jerry. I got,
How many bays?
9 apparatus.
there's 4 bays, 9 apparatus.
9 vehicles?
Yeah.
Okay, Carl, you got 9 vehicles to shelter in place.
The
What-
the town can try to be as flexible as possible if
Like the-
that's the direction that we go.
to be running.
Nobody has water in it.
Just. Put out the brush. Go ahead, Carl, sorry.
Oh, the town can try to be as flexible as possible if that's the direction you guys
What-
try to go. We'll work with Josh, whatever. I mean,
Yeah, well, where? are
What
the
buildings do we
places?
have in?
I don't know exactly what's available. I gotta talk with John a little bit more.
Okay,
We have a couple garages where we store town, but we also have town equipment too, so we gotta
but it does,
we gotta figure out that Jenga game.
yeah,
kind
it
of.
doesn't have water in it though, that's the issue.
Right, no, I understand. I just, John's the one who makes the decision, so I
Yeah.
gotta talk to him a little bit more, but
Okay,
my idea is, I know all the spots we got, and I hope that we can move stuff around.
do you think it'd be enough to hold like 8 or 9 big vehicles, trucks?
Probably not all of them, so, I don't know. Well, but again, if that's the way you guys wanna go, then we'll try our hardest to work around that. Obviously with,
Yeah.
like you said, our stuff doesn't have water in it, but
Well, and I don't know, how important is it for everything to be close together? I mean, I don't know any of that. So do you feel like if you had 2 vehicles together, that's okay, or?
So I think, I don't speak for you, but specifically the engine company and the ambulance probably need to be together, because those are the 2,
Yeah, other than
or the
that,
squad, whatever.
we could divide stuff up. So that's just
And it would be
reserve
okay
stuff,
to
you know.
divide it.
Could be divided.
Or like last year when came back from the fire and found a grass truck and boat sitting out in the freezing weather. I was interested and let us into the garage just down the road here real quick with it. I mean, that was fine because chances are you're not gonna need a boat. If you do, it's right down the road.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, we can make concessions like that.
Yeah.
But-
I just know that it's a big inconvenience for you guys, and so I apologize. I mean, it makes me feel like, I don't know the right answer. So
Right.
what,
Yeah, well, like last year presented a new challenge where we had a fire and then there's nowhere to repack your equipment,
yeah,
get ready for the
Oh,
next
you had
call.
fire during the.
Right before,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right before, and then afterwards, nobody showed up to tear down the stuff.
right away.
Yeah,
I mean, it was, yeah.
Also, can get back in.
Well, Amazon is supposed to come in and tear down all of the tables and, yeah,
Oh, is it all there?
Yeah, so I mean,
yeah,
the big
they
thing,
rent it all.
the big thing is not having your station to regather your equipment after a
I
call. So
know.
we're hoping you just don't have a call. But then just the cost of repairs that we've spent in the last couple of years.
Mhm. Yeah,
And
well,
these buildings.
Like Josh
need to
said,
be
15,000 is
correct.
a lot cheaper than 40,000.
yeah,
And I know that's dramatic, but I think that,
Accurate.
but it is. That's not what I'm saying. Because we could have, again, like, we could have a 70-degree day. You just don't know.
Right.
But my bigger vision is moving forward. And maybe we build a new fire station and the town is happy where it's at and everybody's happy where it's at because maybe it's not in the IEC. And then this building can be for whatever you guys
used
want to use it
it,
for.
yeah,
And so maybe
Which would be
that's the
awesome.
long-term vision. And I got that, but we just need, for us, in the short term, we can deal. But I would like to start moving towards a
Sure.
longer
Discussion.
What, yeah, what about just to get by, like a utility in this alley that we could heat? Put 3 or 4 trucks in the alley, couldn't we? And just use the tent for that rather
I
than
mean, I don't
people in.
know, with
Yeah.
overhead clearances you have to talk to Jason and see, because
Oh,
what's gonna be
yeah.
tall enough to, yeah,
While we're on the topic, Marcy is not here today, but she did want to say, if you guys want to, come and talk at the town council meeting and update them about this too, that'd be
sure,
good.
okay,
So we can put you on the agenda whenever you guys are available to do that.
probably. You just had a meeting Tuesday?
Yeah, so it'd be Tuesday, first and third Tuesday of every month, so,
Yeah, we've already had our end of the month one, right?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
So
okay,
July,
so-
the first one in July.
First Tuesday in July, 6:30.
Can I offer a suggestion?
Yeah, you sure can.
There's plenty of farmers right around just outside of town with massive buildings
Yeah.
that would fit every one of those trucks,
Mhm.
just saying. And I see them at the Christmas parades. I
Wyckoff,
probably,
For
yeah,
example, people
Yeah.
like that.
Saries, Zell, Klein,
Mhm.
there's buildings very close that would hold all those trucks.
I don't know about Randy.
So that might be an idea,
you know,
Mhm.
just an
Sure.
angle.
That way you have them.
He probably likes us, he probably doesn't care for the town.
Was they gonna be worried about?
Sporsky.
Well,
Got it.
liability if they damage it while it's on their property, who's paying for it to get fixed.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I think we have a little time to work on it, but we probably just need to keep
I'm
working
glad
on it.
It's early, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll chat with Amazon on Thursday of this week coming up and I'll let you know if anything transpires from that, but I don't know that we really want to push the tent, like it's kind of a moot point of, do we really want to push that if we're looking at a safety issue? And like you said, it could be 70 degrees, but it could also be like last year where it was a nightmare. I mean, that whole thing was
So
such a
it's just about
nightmare.
called off. Is that
Oh my
right?
gosh, it was,
It was
yeah,
a lot of smoke.
all
Ended up
day.
really good.
We could just heat the GM building.
Oh,
There you go.
who can get a full
Let's get some propane
All the
heaters.
That's got to be a lot of propane heaters. We're gonna have to
Think it'll be
encapsulate.
enclosed by then.
Mm. Okay.
It's like bonfire.
What about the gas station?
Oh, yeah, I put it in the gas station, so we know it's still not gonna be.
Oh,
Aw,
Maybe their windows maybe their windows are backward.
that's what it is.
Is the concrete back ordered?
Yeah, that.
You think it's taking too long?
Man, it's taking so long.
So anyway,
yeah.
Next on the agenda?
Price has to go down.
Some Big B coffee.
so old
We were
business.
so ready.
Moving on.
I actually like to walk across the street.
Okay.
All right, well, keep us posted here, Jen.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you.
For your time and attention to this matter.
Feel bad.
Where are we at? Old business.
We're gonna be wrapping it up here soon, so I'm good.
I don't have to worry about the groceries.
I've got further. Truck.
Okay.
I didn't see this on the agenda, the Miller's,
Frozen food?
grocery menu.
Sorry.
It's interesting what's for dinner.
Unless we're all invited.
Doing brats tonight.
Okay, well, go ahead. You had something?
No.
Oh, no, that was just that?
Okay.
Well, if I could So the other night at the meeting there, we went to the road meeting out here, the Highway 2 meeting, met Will out there. And he discussed his plan for, I'm not sure what it would do. He said, hey, we can take this as in remediation, move this here, there. He went through a whole sequence. Well, I didn't get it all and can you go over that again?
Station or?
Well, just to have more money for us. I think is what it would be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, I didn't understand it.
So
all.
it's the
We got Carl here
idea
tonight. He will.
of, can we afford to increase, can we afford the personnel that would be needed for 2 stations? Or even just a larger station? And what my idea was, it's not my idea, Josh and I have been talking about this, is basically if we are able to dump the debt that we have, which we will be completely debt free by the end of 29, or is it 30?
I think that we have one payment due in
30, so.
How much money are we talking on that? Just this example here. What's our debt approximately? 200,000,
That's more than that. It's probably,
couple million?
I mean, our equipment replacement fund is,
I'd say it's closer to $1 million.
Okay, all right. So dump our debt at
Don't
1
quote me,
million.
don't quote me.
Okay, no, we're just
yeah. So
spitballing it.
we have,
And how do you dump the
Equipment-
debt?
just by paying it off, you know, we just let it cycle out.
Are we paying interest on it?
Yeah, it's a minimal interest, so,
3% or something.
right. No, oh, did you say 3?
Yeah.
I thought you said 30.
So did I.
It's tricky.
So in 2030, we're gonna basically be debt free. And so now we could use the operational budget, shift that more towards personnel, and then use our equipment replacement fund for equipment, replacing equipment. And so, especially if we get some boost from the county, IEC tax money, whatever, on buying equipment, right? And then that keeps our operational portion open for personnel. So that was kind of what I was explaining.
So the county, we would ask for, is Amazon or any industry out there part of this?
That's without any help, right? Now, we could accelerate that by, with some help, if we say, if AWS or, the county, anybody comes and says, how can we help? Well, one thing would be helping us pay off debt. We've got this building here. We've got a few more years left on paying for the renovations on that. We've got I think an AMBO, got a tanker. Right. Is that it?
A couple of staff trucks still.
Yeah.
On the road
Yeah.
pay, or on the,
So
Yeah.
how much of our budget are we using every year to pay off this debt? Like 200,000 or so?
well, it's more than that.
Yeah.
I have to go back and look, Jerry, you're probably
3, 4, 5? half a million?
$300,000 to $400,000 a year.
Pay off the debt by asking for help from industry. and-
Right, that would accelerate it, right? If not, then, we hold tight, we've got, 3 more years, 3 additional years of paying on things, and then, we're.
But coincidentally, that coincides with, by the time the station's built, you basically, if you're projecting that out, that debt ends. And, if the new station gets built, then it would be ready and that debt would have come off and you freed up.
300,000.
Yeah, $300,000 or $4,000.
I think that would be good for 2.5 workers, maybe. Each worker, we gotta figure 125,000 by the time you're done with the wages, insurance. I mean, I think 10 years ahead, what's his wage gonna be or her wage gonna be then too? I mean,
Yeah.
we can't strap ourselves in the future.
Well, the problem with the future, Jerry, is I would caution you to go more than 2 years because the state could further cut
Yeah,
our budget. And we will be in a bigger world of hurt when it comes to that piece.
Mhm.
Or they could allow us some tools to grow as they should, but we don't know. So You know, we used to do 10-year equipment replacement planning, but you can't really do that. You just, things are so dynamic with what we do at this point, and until the state figures out the direction they're trying to push all of us, some of it is
Mhm.
just
Year by year.
year by year. And I like to project stuff, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm doing a bunch of stuff with Sender right now, and he's predicting, 5 years in the future. Well, I can't
Hmm.
confidently do that. You used to be able to do that because the state law for years didn't change. They tweaked them, but it's now so drastically changed that again, they could further make more cuts and, the sobering piece is that St. Joe County is not getting any supplemental lit money.
Right.
You understand that? That's
Not
That-
really lit money, what do you mean by that?
Local income tax.
local
Local
income
income
tax.
tax.
So we've lost
That
our
I
local
understand.
income tax. We used to get local income tax every year. And we've lost that. With Senate Bill 1.
What was the tune of that?
Big Township was on the territory side was.
The territory side was only $41,000, but I think the township lost $100,000 maybe, something like, but the whole county lost it.
Yeah.
And there was only 2 or 3 counties in the state of Indiana that isn't getting any lit money. And St. Joe County just wins the lottery. There's a reason for it. I don't know what the reason for it is.
Yeah, sure.
That part is way above me. I just know that we're getting 0. So you're fighting a battle that you have no idea what the objective is. The objective is to provide quality fire service, but
Yeah,
to what end?
that's what we have to do some way.
Yep.
Shape, form. Because we don't want to go back on that.
Yep.
All right, any old business?
I got one piece of it, and I just want to touch, Dave, has there been any more discussion about township consolidation?
It's a point I was just gonna ask. Has there been any merging?
I've not heard anything else about it.
Nobody over there. Because June 30th is coming up fast.
Yeah, somebody asked me, maybe it was Joyce Forbes, she goes, have you heard anything? And I said, well, our last discussion, everything was good at Hudson. I said I would touch base, but
And we just had our meeting last week. If nothing was brought up, but you know what, I'll contact Austin. That way, if there is any breaking
Yeah.
news.
Okay.
Is Austin running for reelection?
Yeah,
Okay, is anybody running against him?
I don't think so. I don't
Bueller.
think it was. Bueller.
Of course.
No, Thomas Bueller.
Well, because if they don't voluntarily merge by the end of the month, that's when the state starts.
Good question. I'll ask Austin about that, see if he knows any more. But no, we went to.
Did the
we were
numbers
invited
come
to
out?
Wills Township.
No,
After
get those until the end of
bill
the
went
year.
Through,
Just like
Brian Gray's
budget.
trustee over now, we sat through that meeting. It wasn't really any different than what
we'd be more happy.
our meetings were, but, I haven't heard anything else about it. Nothing. So,
I would.
I didn't know, like
Think about
Wills or Yankee or somebody might try to.
That board, that's noted.
Gray, Brian seems to think, cause he had a mess to
But it
deal with
could.
when he took over as a trustee.
I'm just saying.
Everything was messed up, so he spent a lot of time trying to get it
Jason's.
all put back together, kind of like he did at Hudson, but,
Jason's.
he seems to think they're fine also, so.
So
We'll see.
what kind of numbers do we have for accidents at Timothy and 2?
Harry, I implore you, when you have questions like this, to ask me before right in the moment,
Oh, okay.
because I have no idea. It could vary month to month. It could be 1, it could be 15.
But I mean, would you, just your opinions, would it be like considered a very dangerous intersection at this time?
I hate that intersection.
It's always been bad. It's just really confusing.
There's a tool that NACOG has that tells you how many crashes at a certain point there. I can show you how to find that.
It's that turn lane, man, going south, that's what gets everyone.
Mhm.
Yeah,
The
that's,
turn lane going south past Bendix Woods. That's what,
I'm really hoping that the improvements they've just made, they added a longer, and they've made a dedicated U-turn lane now. It's if you're headed west, and then they put a turn lane into the site that, now again, it's still like a racetrack at, 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, but at least they're getting that stuff out of the flow and people appear to be a little bit more responsible. Time will tell. And quite honestly, as that 200 campus up front, starts to finish up, they're gonna start routing construction back, I don't,
It's down Strawberry or something.
no, no, because
The
there'll be
Gordon
the,
extension.
the Grant Gordon extension area down there. They're gonna be routing traffic around that way. So that traffic flow is gonna be pretty dynamic. I think my worry there is they're gonna funnel it all down to one lane, and I worry more now about traffic coming through town than I do anything. I will say the PD does an excellent job. I'm coming in around 6:30 or so, and they're usually sitting to making sure that nobody's flying through them. There's one or two of them sitting, so it's been quite refreshing to make sure the traffic's being responsible.
So we had the meeting on the two intersections and what can you do to help? I saw Will there. So anyway, I talked to him afterward about a deceleration lane there, but in front of the church there, Mennonite, like coming
Like there used
this
to be.
way. Yeah. And I says, every dangerous intersection I drove around on all your highways here, that wherever it's dangerous, you have a deceleration lane, except for this one. And I would argue that's one of our more dangerous ones.
I would agree with that.
We actually have the lane there. I said, I'm not asking for a lot. I said, just fill in the rumble strips you put and move the white line that you got from here back a little bit, so it makes it look like that's a lane.
It's very important for things like that, so, the town because there's a committee, and I'm on the committee, Will's on that committee. John Mrozinski and Jared Huss are all on that committee.
Okay.
Make sure that you're getting that information in,
Yeah,
because
no,
that's
Jared
super.
knows that. John
Yes,
says
yes.
too. So,
And anything that you can think of that's,
yeah.
that's outside the box to make traffic flow out there would be very helpful.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean, I've brought this up in multiple meetings and things with county officials and stuff. And I've always felt responsibility. Then every time I hear your siren, I'm like, oh my God, nobody's going out there because maybe I didn't push hard enough, didn't do my job
Yeah.
as an elected official. But then I talked to three guys that were there afterward and explained all to them. I says, you know what? I don't feel responsible for it. Now it's on you to get it
Yep.
done quick here, not wait for 3 years because that's the plan to fix
The
that
study,
intersection
yeah.
in 3 years. Yeah.
No, this is at the end of the study.
Yeah, that's just the study. Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave them the benefit of the doubt.
But you had said that they had a plan already.
So I think
Yeah.
that,
It'll be a
that,
Michigan turn probably.
yeah.
Yeah.
at that intersection, I don't know why they're timing, and I'm sure they're engineers, I'm not, but it made more sense that they would do that improvement before they started the interchange, but
Yeah.
there has to be a reason. I'm not an
Yeah.
engineer, so I don't.
So anyway, well, now you three are responsible. I'm out of the play right now. I shook hands with them and smiled and walked away. So we'll see if they do anything. I hope so.
And to that point, you have to think about farmers, right?
They mentioned that.
You have to get
Tractors.
farmers from, they're traversing that all the time. How do they do that safely? And it really is on NDOT's shoulder to figure that piece out.
Yeah.
Because just because it's developing you still have farm fields, and those farm fields are vital. And we have to get those farmers across safely, so.
Or a school bus.
Or a school bus.
Morning fog.
Well, the funny thing
A
is,
handicapped kid in the back. I've done that before and that's.
well,
no fun.
the director of, New Prairie Schools is on the committee as well, and.
Yeah, Lori.
Yeah, and she's just adamant about what she's not allowing the bus drivers to do. Great for I don't know how many kids, I'd be kind of curious, but how do you effectively protect those vital
And still pick them
lives?
up.
Yeah.
Any stats on how many vehicles have ended up in that poor guy's yard there in the corner?
Oh, that's Justin's.
Right there in the corner?
Yeah, he bought that house.
Oh my God.
It actually happens quite a bit more than you think.
Oh, I've seen a lot.
Just-
Out in that guy's.
He bought
yard.
that house on the corner of Timothy and.
Probably what that guy.
The northwest corner,
I mean, I can't tell you how many vehicles I've seen out here.
across from the church.
Across from church. That's his house now?
Yep.
Okay. Is that his kids? Are they pick kids up? Or?
He just moved there and he's only got one school-age kid now.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
that's just.
Anyway,
Okay, sure.
that's it.
All right, any new business?
I've got a little some I'd like to share coming out of Hudson Township. I don't think it'll affect you guys, but just so everybody knows, but we're working with the county. We're gonna kind of change that beach up a little bit.
Good idea.
if you're from, well, you're familiar, you guys familiar with how the concrete
Mhm.
blocks go down and then they turn perpendicular down to the lake? County's gonna extend those out. Then block off so people can't dump boats in there anymore. It's really becoming,
So they're not.
Thank you, 'cause that will
Are they
affect
cutting
us.
the road off?
will it?
Yeah, that's
Cause
one
we
of
dump
the,
our boat there.
Oh, that's where you guys put your boat in.
it's one of the places.
One of the spots. There, Monroe's, and then also, if we need, we can go to the public access.
Well, they're not shutting the road off, correct?
We're not shutting the road off.
So you could just drive a little farther down and put your boat out.
If the
Maybe
lake's not.
feet down.
Well, yeah, depending on the lake conditions.
We're, like I said, it's really becoming a problem with people, and it's mostly people from out of state
Yeah.
that are coming, and not only are they dumping their boats, but then they're parking there. So the people trying to get down the lake road are having trouble accessing the lake road. Half the people don't know how to back a trailer. It's just becoming chaos. So county, like I said, we're working with them to kind of just take them straight down and then shoot off a little bit of an angle to the water and just block that off.
Where would people put their boats in and
Public access.
is that by Monroe's there?
No.
Back on the back bay,
Yeah,
Little
back,
Hudson.
Little Hudson.
Oh, back on Little Hudson?
Thompson,
Yeah.
Lily Pad Island.
You know, most of the locals, I've dumped my boat in there many times. Most of the locals that would do it, they would dump their boat, drive their vehicle home and then walk back,
Mhm.
but like I said, we're having problems with too many people now trying to park there. And it's just starting to cause chaos.
You got enough piers along there, I'll give you that, along that road.
Yeah. That,
How do you put a boat next to them anymore?
we're gonna be adding a gazebo. So if you guys are down there, and need a little shady place to eat lunch or
They're
something.
building a gazebo there? We're putting a gazebo.
Yeah.
That's good.
So, yeah, township owns a section from the first house there. Township actually owns a section of that beach and then it goes to county, but we already did all the math. Looked at restrictions, closeness, proximity to here and there, and so, yeah, we've got a spot picked up.
Be sure you put a bunch of sand down there before you do that, because after you put that in, it'll be hard to.
It's gonna be an open floored gazebo, so basically you can walk into, you'll be in the sand still, but we're gonna put two large picnic tables. I think you'll see 8 apiece, so
That'd be cool.
16 people. Yeah. So that's the plan.
Nice.
Good to see some improvements down there for sure.
All right, any other new business of any kind? Anybody have anything? All right, well, I guess we're down to our next meeting. So that'd be what, the third, Thursday in
16th.
July, that's the 16th, I'm guessing. I don't have a calendar here, but.
Yep, it's the bottom of the thing. Yep, July 16th.
5:30. Right here. What would be the topics then? We got any ideas of something that we have to cover? I won't be here.
No,
Is there any negotiation in between that then?
yeah, there's next Thursday,
Yes.
is the CBA meeting you guys have.
Yes, this coming week from today, maybe? 5:30?
We have a work session a week from yesterday.
Yeah, Wednesday,
So
not
it's
Thursday.
Yeah,
What's
Yeah.
Wednesday?
June 24th at 5:30 here. So it'll be a closed work session.
Is Pete coming?
It's a good
How
question.
about our-
Yeah, I think that we set that up at the last meeting, and so, yeah, I think he was coming as well as, Daniel.
I was gonna say, what's his name?
Daniel,
I think he'll be pretty good for us. He's a pretty sharp
so
guy.
far so good. He's pretty responsive for sure.
Yeah.
5:30, you said on the 24th?
Yeah.
Bob and I know you.
We could schedule that. Or at the meeting.
All right, Bob.
Make motion for adjourn.
I'll second that motion.
Been moved and seconded that we adjourn. All in favor?
Right.
Aye.
Motion carried. All right, thank you, everybody. Good job.
Quick.
Yeah.
Jim, seems like